Hello, hello, hello. John McLauchlan here. Apparently, I can't get my graphics right. Oh well, let's just put this in. For those that don't know, my name is John McLauchlan. We are here for another Tech Talk Live. And of course, we have to have our fun loving jump ons and all those fun little things that go wrong. The joys of trying to do everything yourself and just, one of those days, I guess you'd say. So we are live. My name is John McLauchlan. If this is your first time on the channel, thank you for joining us. My name is John McLauchlan, and this is JA Memories Tech Talk. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me. I can see the chat today. It is a little slow, so bear with me as it comes in. And yeah, and we'll get those chats up and running. Jeff says, it's not a live stream without something going wrong. I would love to do live streams. I do live streams every day. Not for myself, but for Richard Roberts Ministries. And we have live streams every day, 5 days a week. And that is not true. We do live shows without any problems on a regular basis. And even if there is a problem, we catch them early enough that we can fix it before the live stream. Unfortunately, when I'm sitting in here, it's just one of those things that happens and I'm jumping on. So with that being said, thank you for joining us today. We have got a fun show today. I would love to talk about what's going on. I'm going to tilt my camera down just a little bit, if I can, without causing too many problems. All right, I'm trying some new things out. As you can see on the side of the screen right here, right there, we have all of our brands that we associate with. So if you see something on there that you like, just make that aware of that is one of the brands that I can help support you in your live streaming. And today we're going to talk about a sneak peek. You know, everybody's doing live streams, but let me first start out. I should have started here, but let me start out by saying Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans out there. I know quite a few veterans, one being particularly my brother, Roger. He served 22 years in the Army. Now, I'm very proud of him, and it's an honor to know him. Very proud of what he's accomplished in his life. And all of those who have served, and I know several others, people who I grew up with in high school and people that I went to college with, who all went to the military, served, and they are now out. So happy Veterans Day to all of you. I see my wife, Andrea, has jumped on. Hi. Thank you for joining us. So now, with that being said, what is going on? So obviously, we are in November. Believe it or not, the end of the year is here. The end of 2024 is just around the corner. We've got less than 2 months, and we're into the new year. And at the end of the year, we're always looking at our fiscal responsibilities, looking at what we can do to improve our sales overall for the year. And obviously, we want to help promote a engagement to our audience and our clients. So we are offering, like the Slate said at the beginning of the screen, Black Friday sales. Now, I don't know if you saw that on the screen because it wasn't on the screen. I actually did not have it loaded in my screen, but we are doing Black Friday sales. Hold on one second. I have a sign. Okay, he's just hold on one second, guys. I have a text message from one of my vendors, clients. Sorry. So, yeah. So let me send him a text saying I'm live. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Okay, took care of that. It's amazing. You send you sit here all day, you're doing all your things, no one texts you, and then all of a sudden people want your attention. But that's the beauty of having a business of your own. People want to talk to you. People want to experience what you know and see what you know. So I'm always thrilled to chit chat and talk when I can. And if I need to, I'll stop what I'm doing real quick, send a quick message so that they know, hey, I'm not avoiding them. I'm just super busy right now. So as you can see, there's a lot of different vendors right here. If I can get my finger pointing in the right direction. So that, and you see some of the big names, Sweetwater, B&H. I do have a business account with them, so I could potentially get some discounts with those. They're not as deep as some of the other names that will show up on here, but if anything piques your interest, reach out to J Memories and we will get a custom system put together that fits your budget and then also fits your needs. Because one thing I've learned over the years is just because you have a good budget doesn't mean necessarily you can get a good system. Because there's a lot of people out there that will sell you cheap and it doesn't meet your needs. And then on the flip side, there are people out there who will sell you the most expensive gear and yet it's way overkill for what you need, when there's a lot cheaper stuff out there that will meet your needs where you are. So it's a variety of options that are out there. So going back to what I was saying about Black Friday sales, first off, with Black Friday sales, right off the bat, my services till the end of the year. If you sign up for any kind of service, whether that's consulting, support, sales, buying something directly from me that I sell, I'm going to offer you 5% discount. I know it may not seem like a lot, but that's what I'm offering this year as a Black Friday sale, a 5% discount on my services. I have to be careful how I say that because I don't want you to think that whatever I sell you product-wise, I'm going to give you an automatic 5% discount. I may be able to offer that, but that will be customized based on what you're buying. Some products give me a deeper discount and I can pass some of that off to you a little bit deeper than I would normally, but we'll just have to see on the actual products. But my services are all 5% off this month and the month of December. Now, I understand that services are a little hit and miss because you ask for service, but I can't squeeze you in until say next year. If you call me today and tell me that you want me to work services the next in January. I will honor that 5% off for the month of January if you sign the contract today. Same thing with support. You call between now and the end of the year, that 5% will go into effect from the day you sign it and be good for either the month or the year, depending on which contract you sign. So if you're wanting that service, reach out to me, call me. You can email me at john@jamemories.com. You can go to jamemories.com and fill out the contact us form and let me know what you're looking for. You can, there are several ways to get in touch with me. And then if you want support and you're interested in the support tab, then just go to jamemories.com support, read up on what you get, and then fill out that form for more information, and I will be in touch with you as soon as I can and get you all the information about the pricing, the what you get each month or each year, depending on which one you go with. So, and support is open to anyone. There is some caveats to how I can support your systems, but if you are open to it and we agree within the next couple of weeks, we can even squeeze your inspections in that 5% off discount period, and then you'd save money on that as well. So yeah, just reach out. Feel free to contact me with any questions, concerns, or if you have products that you see on the list over here that you like, then go ahead and email me about that as well, and I'll get you some more information. We will be going over a couple of the items that I do sell and I have access to a deeper discount. I can't show you any pricing. It is under contract that I cannot show you pricing online. So you have to reach out to me to get custom pricing. But a lot of these products, yes, you can go online. And that's the difference between going through a online store like Amazon, B&H, Sweetwater, BZB. You can literally go and buy most of these products straight off the shelf. But by going through a reseller and by going through someone who has a contract with these vendors, I'm able to offer you deeper discounts than, say, Amazon or B&H or Sweetwater. Okay? So, and I'll be honest with you guys, if you call me up and ask for a product and I reach out to my vendor and I find out, hey, it's actually cheaper on Amazon, I'll let you know that, because there is other costs associated with buying through a reseller. You know, you have your local taxes you gotta pay your local shipping costs and all that stuff. But the one thing you get when you buy through JA Memories is you always get that support for what I'm selling you. Okay? So you can guarantee, if you want it, I can install all the systems that I sell, as well as support them long term, well past the manufacturer's warranties. So now there is a limited support for that, because obviously if a product breaks, I can't necessarily fix every single product hardware wise, but I would be more than happy to be the avenue in which I get you get your products fixed. And I work with vendors, I work with clients, I work with companies to make sure that I've got the best tools in my toolbox to help my clients succeed wherever it is, whether it be hardware, software, or just in general, that type of information. So with all that being said, what are some of the products that we have? One of the big things that I love, and I've talked about this nonstop, I've talked about this all the time, and it is the benefit of Blackmagic Design. Now, Blackmagic Design, we've covered it on this channel tons of times. They've got everything from cameras to switchers to audio to software to just a mirage of products that help develop a whole litany of situations. Okay. Now, with that being said, the Blackmagic Design line of products, I have access to a deeper discounts. I can give you discounts for those products, and that covers every single product line in the Blackmagic arsenal. So if you're interested in the Fairlight audio systems and you want to build your custom Fairlight audio system, we can do that. If you want to build a large studio using Blackmagic switchers, Blackmagic cameras, Blackmagic routers, converters, and all that stuff, that is, I mean, I've built numerous studios using Blackmagic equipment. So that is all possible. One of the best parts right now is there is actually a promo going on right now for Blackmagic camera for the G2 broadcast camera. I need to pop it up on my preview. Make sure that it, yes, I can show you this. So this is the Blackmagic broadcast Ursa camera with the LA16 Fujinon lens right there. And this promo, this package deal, you can get reduced. Now I know this looks like a studio camera. This looks like something that you would need major experience learning, and in fact, you really don't. The way Blackmagic Design put these cameras together, yes, they are a studio camera, but the studio camera actually works also as an ENG camera. It also works as a cinema camera. It actually works in conjunction as all three at the same time. And that's what makes the Blackmagic Ursa camera that much more versatile for the bigger productions, because we use these in our studio. Now, obviously, we have a few more accessories with it. We have the studio viewfinder. We have the fiber converter on the back of it to convert it to fiber so that we can send the signal down to fiber. But natively, you can even use this with a V-mount battery and take this on the road, and you're able to then shoot all of your stuff, and you can capture everything depending on which mode you capture in. You can do HD, you can do 4K, and this allows you to capture in Blackmagic RAW. Now, Blackmagic RAW, they have upgraded their color science to Jeff just asked a question. I apologize. This product allows you to apply a LUT to it. For those that don't know, a LUT is a lookup table, and it's your color science. So Blackmagic, first off, has increased their color science. They've updated their color science over the years with the new G2 model, but they've also allowed you to import a LUT, which allows you to change the color signs. The nice thing about it is you can record your feed without the LUT and then output through the SDI a feed with the LUT, allowing you to have a live stream and then later on record the 4K, because the output's HD 1080 and the record can be 4K, and now you've got a full editing copy that you can edit with the HD and then render with the 4K version, and the workflow is now seamless so that you got a better quality. And now with the promotion with the Fujinon lenses that they have going on, you now have a compatible lens. Now these lenses are semi-servo lenses. What that means is you can remotely control the zoom of these cameras. A semi-servo lens means that you can remotely control the zoom, but you can't remotely focus. You can't remotely adjust the focus. Now a full servo lens, which Fujinon does make full servo lenses, and Canon and several others make full servo lenses, but they're a lot more expensive. But you can get them. Let me go back to my camera and see if the promotions for Blackmagic come with the lens, and that's what's best. And the nice thing about it is you can actually get controls for the lens comes with the ability to remote from behind the camera. You know, you look at a studio when you see people behind the camera, they've got their focus control, they've got the they have the zoom control behind it. The lenses actually come with these promotions. I remember back in the day when you would buy the lens and then you'd have to buy the control separate. Fujinon has done a good job of including the semi-servo controls with their lens packages. So it's an added bonus to the products. So look. Let me see what's on. Hold on. Yep, I can show you this. I gotta be careful, but yes. So now you say, well, isn't that the same thing? But the answer is no, because of the fact that this actually comes with, let me scroll all the way down. This is talking about all the functions of the Blackmagic camera. This actually comes with the XA20, which gives you 20 times zoom on your lens. Because one of the things that you have to be careful about when you're buying equipment is you got to consider what environment you're working in. So you got to look at what limitations you got, how far you are from your talent, from the camera, so things like that. Now Jeff asked a question, and I did see it come in, so let me go to that. I've seen that one in person. That's not as big as it looks in pictures. Yes and no. We use these cameras all the time in our studio. These are not the biggest cameras out there in the broadcast world. Now, the difference between a lot of cameras comes down to most of the broadcast cameras that we use are all piecemealed because they're all customizable. You have the body, which is what you saw in the picture. You have the lens, which are the two most known pieces that are out there. So you have your body, right? Now, one thing before we move forward, that mount actually is customizable. It comes standard with a B4 mount. Now, a B4 mount is a broadcast quality mount for most broadcast quality lenses. And Blackmagic has said, and it has been proven, that if you have your standard def old B4 mount lenses, you can put these on this camera and it will mount. Now, you might have some vignetting going on, you might have some warping because of the just the amount of quality of the image, but yes, you can use some of the old lenses. So you don't have to buy a new HD lens if money's tight, but it definitely comes into play if you've already got some older model cameras that are HD, but they're say 10, 15 years old, and you're looking to upgrade. These are a great way you can save money by buying just the body and then putting the lens that you've already got on that camera, assuming the lens is still in good shape. And lenses tend to stay in good shape as long as you take care of them. So that's something to keep in mind. But as far as the size, it all comes down to what accessories you have on them. On ours, we have the fiber converter on it. But there are some that will have a V-mount plate with a wireless receiver for wireless transmission, and then they'll have a battery on it, and then you have all the other accessories, the viewfinder, the focus outlet, the arms, the extenders. So yeah, these can tend to get a lot bigger than, say, a pocket camera. These are not designed for a small home studio. These are definitely not the ones that you want to buy if you've got a small space and you're looking for a new camera. Blackmagic has other products for that, and that's where the 6K pocket cinema comes in. That's where the 4K pocket cinema comes in, and then some of the other models. Now, they do have other products camera-wise that are for cinema altogether. They just announced a couple of months ago the Pixel, and I haven't even gotten a chance to see that one because this thing is a massive 6K camera, and it's now this model. Let me check. Yep, good. Let's go. The Blackmagic design Pixis. I think this Pixis. I could be saying that wrong, but this is a 6K camera. But it's designed, and it looks like a box. Basically what it looks like. But this is designed as a cinema camera. It's got the functionality of a complete 6K camera. Now, it does come with a PL mount. And I'm not sure if we can modify that to be a B4 or some of the other ones, but it definitely is designed for that cinematic look that movie theaters are looking for. So Blackmagic has cameras that cover a wide range of products and a wide range it's one of those companies that has a wide range to fit most products. Now, obviously, we talk a lot about the Blackmagic ATEMs here in our studio. We actually have 2 active ATEMs. We have 3, but we have 2 active. Let me look and see. So obviously the ATEM mini switchers are what we prefer here in the home studio. And I'm actually working, and I may have it in place by next week. And in that case, I would definitely be able to show you prices on that. But I am actually working on a promo for Black Friday of a Blackmagic A10 Mini Pro ISO with 3 Osbot tail airs, which we will get into in just a few minutes. And Jeff, I do know you have the 6K, and I agree. Blackmagics, they have definitely increased their quality over the years. I remember when I first heard about Blackmagic, and their first line cameras were something that broadcasters stayed away from. And now more and more broadcasters are looking at Blackmagic as the go-to because of the fact that, one, their cost is very reasonable, and 2, their quality is improving year after year. So they are listening to their clientele. They are getting they're figuring out exactly what their clients want. So going back to what I was saying, I'm actually putting together a package of the A10 Mini Pro ISO and 3 Osbot tail airs to figure out what best to sell my clients before the end of the year, so that we can build up a actual streaming platform. So talking about the 6K camo, let's pull up the specs for the 6K camera. The 6K camera, mind you, it is a true 6K camera. You can record 6K raw into the camera, and then you can output an HD feed it into your ATEM, and switch. If you have multiple of those, you can switch across that. The nice thing about using a Blackmagic ATEM switcher with a Blackmagic camera, whether it's the 6K Pocket Cinema, the 6K Pixis, the broadcast camera, it doesn't matter. You can adjust the color for that and control the camera controls through the ATEM software, the ATEM hardware, and when you have a ecosystem, a single ecosystem, they work coherently together to make a studio function that much easier. I've worked in studios where we're patching stuff together, make things work, because we've got a wide variety of products that we're all tying together. Is it possible? Yes. Is it less expensive? It could be, but it could also be more expensive. And even if it is less costly, it could cost you more because of your time to make everything work together. So it's a cost analysis of value over time versus the amount of cost that you have up front. So you always have to weigh the consequences of that different things. So the 6K Pocket Cinema. Since Jeff mentioned that he had this, and I'm checking the feed, yes. So this, I just took myself. There we go. This is the Pocket Cinema. Now, this camera retails for around $2,600. So the now you can go to Amazon, B&H, and buy this camera. It comes with a L mount, a CFast recording, but the best part about it, and this is what I love about most of the Blackmagic cameras, including the Blackmagic broadcast camera, you have a direct USB-C port on the camera that if you plug in a hard drive, I apologize, if you plug a hard drive with a fast enough read and write, you can record directly to the hard drive. Now, mind you, you gotta be mindful of the fact that the hard drive has to be fast enough to be able to record at whatever frame rate you are recording and codec that you're recording. Most of their cameras will record multiple formats, whether that is ProRes, MXF, DNX HD, Blackmagic RAW, H.264, H.265. So that is something to consider of what format you're recording in. Now, like I mentioned before, you can literally record in one format and output in a second format. So you're recording your Blackmagic RAW 6K feed to the external hard drive connected directly to the camera, but yet you're outputting for your live audience an HD quality 1080p feed so that your audience can interact with your camera and see whatever you're doing. So it's then that, and that's the thing. Now this does have an active L mount on the camera, which means you can control the iris and the focus depending on which lenses you get. Now I'll be honest with you, L mount lenses I'm not familiar with, but I'm sure you can do a Google search and find them, and if I can find them for you, I will be happy. And I know I can. I have vendors that actually have L mount products on the site to be able to get you the exact model lens that you want, whether that's a zoom lens, a fixed lens, or somewhere in between, because there's a lot that goes into picking the right lens, from focal length to how much dynamic range you have, how much exposure you have. And I can spend a whole episode just talking about lenses and the different types of lenses. And I might actually pick one, because I actually have a vendor that does nothing but lenses, and they're good quality lenses. So, and they cover a wide range of cinematic lenses. Everything from for your DSLR to your small form factor. So it is definitely worth looking into and figuring out what lens you need. And that a lot of times comes into play as to what you're physically doing with your lens. Obviously, you're not going to get a big broadcast lens if you're sitting in a studio face to face 3 inches away from your camera. That would be way overkill. Can it be done? Sure, people do it because that's what they have. But you gotta be mindful about your end result before you spend the money on something you don't need. So the pocket cinema, and that's what makes Blackmagic so unique. Being able to record directly. Now, with the Blackmagic update that they applied, a lot of their cameras actually offer you live streaming straight from the camera. Using SRT, with the Blackmagic broadcast camera, you can do live streaming through SRT. Now, let's move from there over to the OBSBot. OBSBot, we've mentioned OBSBot on the channel before. You know, from if you watched me, I installed an OBSBot over at Claremore. I've installed this here in Tulsa at church, and they're both loving the camera. They both like what's going on, and it's functional, it's effective, and it's cheap. The cost of a Blackmagic camera, even the Pocket Cinema, runs about $22,600. The retail value of an OBSBot Tail Air is about $500. So you obviously, when you're building a small little podcast setup, which is what I'm promoting next week, having a $500 budget compared to a $2,600 budget, that's a big game changer. Plus the form factor, these fit on mic stands, these fit on a lot of those little tripods, and setting up a couple around you, they're great. Let me check. Yes, I can show you. I keep hitting the wrong one. So the OBSBot Tail Air. As you know, we had a promo early on with OBSBot. That has gone away. However, I now have access to OBSBot's whole line of cameras, and they make more than just the OBSBot Tail Air. This is their latest camera, and it's completely AI driven when it comes to autofocus, auto tracking, auto zoom. So when you get a space like I have, you literally could put 3 cameras up, and it will keep track of you no matter which camera you're looking at. Now, obviously, you would need to have a switcher or tying all 3 together, hence why I'm going to pair 3 of these Tail Airs with an A10 switcher. The nice thing about using it with an A10 Mini Pro ISO is you literally will capture all of your camera feeds, all of your angles. So if you are over here looking at this camera, but this camera right here is online, in post, you could fix it because you have all your ISOs recorded. Also, on the Tail Air, you have a micro SD card built into the camera. I can't say it's built in. You add the micro SD card. It's got a micro SD card slot on this camera. You plug that in. You now have another line of defense. You can record directly to the camera. And again, you can record 4K quality while outputting HD to your switcher. And in fact, I have installed the OBSBot Tail Air in both locations alongside the Blackmagic A10 Mini Pro. So I know it works. I have had exclusive experience with this. I know the configurations. I know how to do it quickly and effectively. So if that's something that you're considering, reach out, because it definitely is one of those things that we can make very quickly a success. Now, I will be honest with you, a lot of the larger venues that churches tend to have, these may not be the best fit for you because these don't have the focus zoom that some of the other PTZs have. So if you are in a very large venue, this may not fit you. But if you're looking for a smaller space, if your cameras are up close, then yes, this is definitely something to consider. And like I said, at the price point of $500, these are, now when I say $500, that's retail. Reach out for a custom quote because I will be able to beat that and save you some money. Because obviously, when you look at the Osbot Tail Air, you look at your switcher, you obviously need more product than that. You need your cables, you need your power, and all of the other stuff. The nice thing about the Tail Air, they do have an NDI function in here. It does cost you a little bit extra to activate the NDI feed, but these can be activated as an NDI feed, which means by providing these cameras with internet, you can then stream these cameras to an NDI decoder and get them out. So I'm actually putting a product thing together, and I'll be premiering it next week for the rest of the year, a package deal. And I'll walk you through the whole package, but it'll be 3 Tail Airs, the A10 Mini Pro ISO, and all the cabling accessories that you would need. So look forward to that next week. And obviously, if I could put this together myself and give it to somebody, I might. But unfortunately, unless a wonderful sponsor comes forth who's able to put that together, I can't really do that. But maybe next year for Black Friday. But so with that being said, Black Friday sales are active right now. We've got other things besides just Blackmagic and Osbot. As you can see by there, Fujinon, Fujifilm, Hive is a lighting company. We've got, I know some of them are low. I need to get better graphics for this. You know what? Let me see if I can. Let me get my line cards and see if I can pull this up. Alright. Let me see. Save as. Bear with me a second. Bear with me. Alright. Here we go. Alright. Let me do this. Let me do this. Take that out. And here we go. This is all of the companies that I, as a one source video distributor, can provide for you guys. So any one of these companies, and I'll be talking about more of these companies as I go. Some of them, I'll be honest with you, I have not heard of. So I'm learning their product line right now. I'm working with the my distributor, my contact with OneSource. But from what I've heard of most of these companies, they're top quality products and they're guaranteed to make your life a lot easier. Some of the ones that I have heard of, New Blue, Magix, let me see, Xsens, Ether One. I've worked with Apache, Blackmagic Design, of course. Let me see, Telescript International, Ross. So a lot of these companies are worth looking into. and they are definitely worth taking the time to figure out what is best for you. Okay, so I look forward to getting more and more into the distribution side of things. I look forward to doing more and more consulting with clients. And remember, this is not just for churches. This is for the individual as well. And this is for those who are looking for, maybe you're like me, you want to build a podcast set up in your home. We can do that. We can sit down, figure exactly what you want to do, and cover everything from audio, video, audio, did I say audio already? Lighting, audio, video, backdrops, content, graphics, all of this stuff. And figure out a way to make your workflow work for you. Maybe you're like me, you're a one-person band, and maybe you're not. Maybe you have someone who's going to help you figure all of this stuff out. All of that is possible, and with a little bit of work, with a little bit of time, we can come with the essence of what you want to do. So, okay, anything else? Let me say thank you to everybody who popped on. If you're watching this on the replay, thank you. Leave a comment in the comment section with the hashtag replay so I know you're watching after the fact. And make sure that you visit jamemories.com. I will be adding this line card to the website. I'm actually going to be talking with a web developer this week to try to streamline some of the updates that I want to do to the website, just so that I can keep the content of the website a little bit fresher and not so stale and stagnant all the time. So that is coming. Also, if you want to reach out for a custom quote, make sure you go to the website, leave a comment on the Contact Us forms, go to jamemories.com/support if you're interested in the support tabs. Always feel free to reach out and email me at john@jamemories.com. And like always, make sure you hit that like button, turn on the notifications after you've hit the subscribe button. And again, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for hanging out with us today. And I look forward to next week's show where we will be premiering that package. And I will be showing you how much it is. So you can guarantee that when I put a price up there, that it's going to cover everything. And I'm going to do my best to keep it as low as I can. It's not going to be a couple $100, I can guarantee that. But it will be as cheap as I can make it. And you guys are definitely going to get the best quality that I can get. Always know that any package that you buy from me, you can buy straight out without any kind of support. You can buy it and install it yourself. And I'll give you as much support on that as I can. But know that you can always purchase an install package with it, which means that I will install it, inspect it, and commission the rig. And that comes with a guarantee that it will work to your expectations. Okay? With all of that being said, thank you. God bless you. Again, happy Veterans Day to all the veterans who are watching. And I will see you next week right here on JA Memories. Okay?